discuss it in the parking lot. I want to get everybody out of the road. Get out of the road, sir. Go that way. Walk towards the police cars. If I tell you one more time to walk towards the police cars, you're going to be arrested. Okay? Careful, you're walking through the water. Careful you don't fall. Let's go this way towards the police cars. Damn. This way. You're violating. Nobody applied for a town permit. You're holding a march and a gathering at the air base without marching.
But I haven't gotten
Peaceful assembly doesn't need a permit.
You're marching. Once you pass the town line, you're in the town of DeWitt. You need a permit to hold a march in the town of DeWitt, and you don't have a permit.
The First Amendment
I don't have to
says the
tell
right
you
to
that.
peacefully assemble.
You're under arrest. Please go towards the police cars.
Wait, first of all, you should,
Don't walk away.
Wait,
You are all under arrest. Anybody walks away, you're going to be charged with resisting arrest.
No, they said we could walk away.
Who told you? No, I'm telling you. I'm in charge, and I'm telling you, you can't walk
The
away.
First Amendment is? That is our permit.
I'm familiar with the Constitution. I'm also familiar with local law, and local law says you need a permit in the town of DeWitt. I'm not. I don't want anybody walking the other way.
Okay, but listen,
Okay?
officer, that was the reason you should have met us at the town line to report. You guys were driving all the way.
Okay, I think everybody should start walking that way.
You guys have a yearly protest at the air base, and every year you apply for a
we've
permit.
never been arrested until we lie down in the roadway.
But you had a permit each time. You don't have a
But
permit
we
today.
haven't
That's the
gotten there
difference.
yet. This
You're
is
marching.
the
Part of the town code is you can't hold a march without a permit.
We're not marching. We're walking.
You're holding signs, beating a drum. You're having a
I
parade.
wasn't holding a drum.
Okay, I'm not here. This is what you're going to go to court for, okay? Right, that's what arrest is. You're going to court.
Not sure what you got down there, but I've got 20 or so here.
There are many people, sir.
The orders.
What's that?
There are many people that were planning to be here just to be in support.
All right, I'll
There
get
are
a
other
card down
people
to you.
that are planning to be
We're
arrested.
talking about the people that are in the march. They're
Well,
getting
you-
arrested for violating the...
You know what, though? The bottom line is that people are allowed to walk along the highway.
No, not in the town of DeWitt without a permit. Not in the formation that you guys were doing. You weren't walking. You're beating drums and carrying signs. It's a
There were
parade.
2 drums, and maybe you should arrest those 2 people that have a drum.
And everybody who has a sign too? I didn't make the law, ma'am. I'm just enforcing the law, just like you guys want to enforce international law. I have to.
You're obligated to uphold
I'm
international
obligated.
laws, too, Officer.
I didn't take an oath. I didn't take an oath to uphold international law.
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yes, do you not know?
Are you sure about that?
Yes,
I took
yes.
an oath to uphold New York State and
uphold
United States law.
Constitution.
What's that? Yes,
Is
yes.
what is one of the.
Yes, we are.
You know that people.
I'm sorry if they weren't
Just
aware
so that
they
you
needed a
So
permit.
you understand that. So there's a lot of people here, 90 out of 100, who have no intention of breaking any law.
Did everybody, the 90 out of 100 here know they're doing it without a permit?
Absolutely, because we've done that year after year. And
Every year I've been here, you guys have had a permit.
No, to be a permit, to be up there from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on the base. Absolutely. And we've made that permit and we've applied for it. Okay, so
You didn't apply for a permit.
We did last year.
Last year you did,
Yes,
not this
because
year.
we
Why
were-
didn't you
we
apply
were-
for a permit
Because
this
we
year?
are walking along the side of the road.
But you're going to the air base, right?
Wherever we're going is where we're going, but we've
Okay.
done this year after year. And I understand, we're not here to hassle you, you know
Right.
that. We've been around this
Right.
too many times.
Right.
I want to be helpful so that those people who are choosing to be a part of a walk and are not choosing to be in a high-risk situation that might lead to arrest are given that opportunity to stand aside.
Okay, well first let's get everybody down in one parking lot and out of the road and everything else. We'll
We're
discuss
happy
that,
to
okay?
do that. And let's
go.
make sure that option happens.
And you, let's go.
Okay.
If I have to tell you to move one more time, in fact, I've told you 3 times to move.
I'm
haven't I?
following you.
I've
Can
told
I
you
have your
3
name, sir?
times to move.
Can I have your name, sir?
What media?
CNN.
CNN, I don't believe it. I don't even believe that.
officers speak first, and then give us a chance to hear you, and then you can
Here's
give
the
us a chance to
situation.
respond.
Some of you may not be aware, there's a local town of DeWitt ordinance that forbids gathering or marching or any procession without obtaining a town permit first. Because you had a town permit last year, we didn't do anything but enforce the 1 hour ban at the airbase. The problem we've got, you have applied for no permit at all this year, and that's where the problem lies. So you're marching through the town of DeWitt without a permit. So, we're gonna go on the belief that some of you might not be aware of that.
It sounds, after speaking with some of you, it sounds like some of you just want to come out and be heard today. You didn't want to violate any laws or ordinances.
Okay. The problem is, we have to enforce the fact the town of DeWitt has an ordinance. When you don't apply for a permit, you're subject to arrest. Okay? But we'll go on the premise that some of you didn't know. So whoever wants to leave and go back towards their cars, leaving the signs or picking them up later, because if you leave carrying the signs and beating the drum, you're doing the same thing you did on the way in, and you're violating the law again. So if you want to leave the signs in a pile and come back with a van and pick them up, you can do that. Whoever wants to get the news media coverage again, step towards my police cars and get arrested, and we'll take you and arraign you, and you can get the news coverage again. Does anybody have any questions about that now?
You can come back and get it though. Just leave it with a pile. We'll make sure the stuff is safe till somebody's
So
able
we'll probably take a minute to figure this out.
Absolutely. Go
I
ahead.
think you're
Just
clear.
not
and
too
you're gonna
long.
give us an hour.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you are, sir.
So why don't we try to circle?
Okay, do you want to hang around?
Together.
I know they're going to have a
Gather here.
as a group and they don't have a permit. I don't know why the organizers did not go for a permit this year. I always tell people to seek a permit. So what they do and what they do is not CNN. I want to clarify one thing, though. What you're saying is that the group can't march without a permit, even on the side of the road.
Correct.
And how about if individuals just simply wish to stay on the side of the road as individuals?
You're still
and hold the
violating.
sign?
You're still at this point violating the issue that there's no permit. So it's all there's different subsections of the permit. One of them is the marching. One of them is the gathering.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Let's just as an example.
Hey, Barry.
This is the shoulder of the.
Speak to the people here.
Hold on 1 second. This is the shoulder. Let's say this is not the shoulder and this is not private property. As an individual citizen, I can stand on the side of a road holding a sign as an individual citizen. There's got to be a public right-of-way to do that. Is it your position that there is not a way to do that anywhere in DeWitt?
Not without a permit. Not without a permit.
Understand that from the point of view of the ACLU and our interpretation of the Constitution, that is extremely problematic, and I'm not arguing
right.
that
This
with you.
isn't
I
this
will
isn't the
address
place
this to DeWitt.
Absolutely. That's where I was just going to suggest that.
So I just wanted to clarify the position, the way you're interpreting it, that's all.
Excuse me, I have a question, sir.
Our understanding has been that we have the right to walk along the side of the street, and it gets maybe a little gray regarding, are you a parade or are you not a parade? Are you an organized march or are you citizens exercising your right to walk along the side of the street? So I think the officers are saying to us that they are feeling obliged to enforce this ordinance, not with a warning, which I didn't think anyone received, but to say you are in violation of this town ordinance. You may choose to walk back, that's fine, or if you choose not to walk back and pursue, then you will be charged with breaking this town ordinance, which I assume is a violation that I don't know. So let me ask Barry to add to this discussion, and then hopefully we can collectively or individually resolve what we'd like to do.
Realize that I have not seen the specific DeWitt ordinance, and as all of you know, I am not an attorney, so what I'm about to say is not a legal opinion. However, what the sergeant has explained to me is that their interpretation of the DeWitt Town Ordinance is that you need a permit to go as a group along the road or even to stand on the side of a road with a sign. The proper place to challenge that is with the town of DeWitt. Okay, and I think that maybe one of the things you want to do is find out who in DeWitt said that's their interpretation, and you need to actually look at the language there. Now, as far as a parade and how big a group is a parade, unfortunately that rests with the cops. They can say that 2 people are a parade or 4 people are a parade, but clearly you guys are a parade. Now, I have never seen any police department say that a group can't walk lawfully along the side of the road, but that's what they're saying today, and they're saying they're going to enforce it. And if a police officer gives a direct instruction and you disobey it, even if the instruction doesn't seem lawful, you're still risking arrest. So you all as individuals need to decide what to do. As far as the legality of this interpretation of law, I don't agree with it, but I think the proper place to deal with it is with the town of DeWitt. And I plan to do that, because you should have a right as an individual to protest on the side of any road, because this is our road and there must be a public right-of-way. However, today, this is what they're saying, and they do have the power to arrest you. So I would suggest somebody find out, and I'm going to find out, when's the next town of DeWitt board meeting?
Agreed.
And who is the DeWitt supervisor, and who gave the police officers this instruction? But you got to decide, each one of you, for yourselves. I personally am not getting arrested today.
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to arrest me for, but I guess they'll arrest me for trying to exercise the right of freedom of speech. So,
What message are you trying to get across today?
I'm trying to get across the message that drones are murder, that drones violate international law, and that the direction that America is going towards militaristic solutions to everything is the wrong direction for the country. This is very evil. If Americans want to protect our rights, if we want to protect the rights of innocent people being killed in so many countries by drones at this point, that we need to start to take action.
What did the police say when they came over to you on the side of the road?
They said that there was a DeWitt town ordinance against marching without a permit, and that we would be under arrest if we kept going.
Here's the real story today. Here's the real story. What you have is a multi-million-dollar military base, where people ostensibly are there to protect our freedoms, and we're walking down the street expressing peacefully, unarmed civilians, peacefully expressing our views on government policy, and we're threatened with arrest. That's the real story today.
You were silent at that. You were marching
yes,
silently.
we were marching silently, unarmed civilians. A lot of us are Christians, saying prayers, walking down the street, and we're arrested. We're threatened with arrest or arrested across from a military base. And the military, their big advertisement is, come on in and help protect the freedoms. We're over in Afghanistan protecting your freedom. Or we join the military to protect your freedom. What freedom? What is this? This is what America has come to. I grew up watching this kind of stuff in the Soviet Union, and I learned about this kind of stuff in Nazi Germany.
Would anybody like to have me read this aloud so you know what you're being charged with?
Yes, sir, I'd be glad to read it.
Understood, for those that may be charged. Does anybody want me to read this? If not, permit requirements, section 134-2. There's an A, B, C, D, E, F, and then a penalties for offenses. A. Permit required. No person, society, or organization of any name or nature shall assemble, congregate, parade, or march in or through any of the streets of the town without first securing a permit, therefore in accordance with this section. B. Written application for a permit among forms available for such purposes may be made at the office of the Chief of Police not less than 48 hours preceding the event. The applicant shall state the number of persons expected to participate in the event, the location or route to be followed, the duration of the event, and such other related information as may be required. C. Upon reviewing and approving said application, the Chief of Police shall transmit a copy of said permit to the supervisor, the Chief of the Fire Department, and such other town departments that may be affected by the event and the ambulance service for the area. D. The applicant shall carry a copy of said permit. Do you want me to keep reading? Said permit on his person during said event and shall be the designated person available to police officers for the transmission of messages and instructions to all persons attending the event. E. All persons attending the event shall obey the lawful commands of police officers and shall at all times conduct themselves in a lawful manner. F. Exemptions. No permit shall be required for movements of school children when under the supervision of school personnel or for a funeral procession. 134.3 Penalties for offenses. Any person who shall violate any provision of this section shall, upon conviction thereof, be punished by a fine of not more than $100 or by imprisonment for not exceeding 10 days or by both such fine and imprisonment. This is a violation, not a misdemeanor or a felony. Only misdemeanors and felonies are crimes. So if you conduct yourself without resisting arrest, without touching a police officer in the course of your arrest, it looks like it'd just be a violation. Who gave this to me and do you need it back? If not...
Maybe I'm not overqualified. He's good.
That the use of drones creates, quote, a highly problematic blurring and expansion of the boundaries of the applicable legal frameworks. A long-winded way of saying they're illegal. This includes human rights law, the laws of war, and the law applicable to the use of interstate force. The result has been the displacement of clear legal standards with a vaguely defined license to kill and the creation of a major accountability vacuum. In terms of the legal framework, many of these practices violate straightforward applicable legal rules. What part of that don't we get here? They're illegal. They're war crimes. They're killing people. It's international lynching.
The drone attacks.
The drone attacks, either originating at Hancock or supported here, are a deliberate, illegal use of force against another nation, and as such are a felonious violation of Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution. By giving material support to the drone program, you as individuals are violating the Constitution, dishonoring your oath, and committing war crimes.
We charge the chain of command from President Barack Obama to Secretary of Defense Leon Panetta to Commander Colonel Greg Semmel, to every drone crew, to every service member supporting or defending these illegal actions with the following crimes: extrajudicial killings, violation of due process, wars of aggression, violation of national sovereignty, and the killing of innocent civilians.
We demand that they immediately stop these crimes and be accountable to the people of the United States and Afghanistan. We appeal to all United States citizens, military and civilian, and to all public officials to do as required by the Nuremberg Principles 1 through 7 and by conscience, to refuse to participate in these crimes, to denounce them, and to resist them nonviolently.
As citizens of this nation, which maintains over 700 military bases around the globe and the largest, most deadly military arsenal in the world, we believe that these words of Martin Luther King still hold true. The greatest purveyor of violence in the world today is my government. There is hope for a better world when we, the people, hold our government accountable to the laws and the treaties that govern the use of legal force and war. To the extent that we ignore these laws and Constitution and allow for unchecked use of legal force by our government, we make the world less safe for children everywhere.
Let's read this last one all together.
Yes.
Let all accused in this indictment understand that our words are spoken non-violently. All are invited to stop the use of drones and refuse to participate in illegal warfare.
This is the indictment we were heading to the base to serve on the people that were listed below, the base commander, the president, etc.
And all the servicemen.
And all the servicemen.
As well as all the policemen, all the people standing around here are also bound by everything that we just mentioned as having sworn to uphold the Constitution.